Hi, welcome to our YouTube channel Math Skill. Today we will going to discuss about quadratic equations. Solve problem number 2. The first problem in this section is related to x minus 2 whole square plus 1 equals 2x minus 3. So we will have to basically check whether the following equations are quadratic equations or not. There are 4 sub questions in this: A, B, C and D. Now we will see one by one. Let's move ahead to the first question. So the first question, as we have seen earlier, is x minus 2 whole square plus 1 is equal to 2x minus 3. So here in the first term, we see that it is looking as if it is a minus b whole square. So we know a formula, a minus b whole square, which is equal to a square plus b square minus 2ab. So let us apply this particular a minus b whole square formula to simplify the bracketed term, that is x minus 2 whole square. Now we will see how to simplify that. So once I apply formula and simplify the LHS terms, that is x minus 2 whole square, I am applying a square plus b square minus 2ab plus 1 as it is. Now we see that in next step, x square would be remaining as x square, 2 square is simplified as 4, minus 2ab, 2 into 2 is 4 into x, that is 2 2s are 4x plus 1. Now upon simplification of the like terms, we see that x square in RHS would remain as it is, that is x square minus 4x is the next highest power term of x, and 4 as well as plus 1 would get added and we would get plus 5. So x minus 2 whole square plus 1, if you simplify LHS separately, then we are getting x square minus 4x plus 5. Now we will see how to use this particular term and solve the given equation. So what is that? Therefore, the given equation can be rewritten as, what is the given equation? We will have to find the value of x minus 2 whole square plus 1 is equal to 2x minus 3 and check whether the resultant equation what we are getting is quadratic or not. Now we will see and substitute the value what we have obtained, that is x square minus 4x plus 5 in the given equation in LHS. Now we will see how to simplify that. So instead of this LHS, I will substitute the value what we had got earlier, that is x square minus 4x plus 5, which is equal to 2x minus 3. In order to simplify this equation further, what we have to do is we have to transpose the entire terms of the RHS towards the LHS. Then what happens is LHS would remain as it is. LHS is x square minus 4x plus 5, but this plus 2x upon transpose from RHS towards the LHS would become minus 2x. This is what the term is. And also minus 3 upon transpose towards the LHS would become plus 3. That is what we have seen here. Now we will rearrange the terms, and considering the like terms, how to simplify is the first term would be x square. The first term would be x square as it is. The second term, which is minus 4x and minus 2x, will get added to get minus 6x, plus 5 plus 3 would get added to get plus 8. So the resultant equation is x square minus 6x plus 8 is equal to 0. This is the final equation. Now since this is of the form ax square plus bx plus c is equal to 0, which is a standard form of the quadratic equation, that is we have a x square term, x term and a constant, and the highest exponent of x in this equation is 2. That is why we can conclude that this equation is a quadratic equation. That is why I've just written a statement saying that therefore the given equation is a quadratic equation. This solves the first problem. Now we will see how to solve the second problem. So second problem is x into x plus 1 plus 8 is equal to x plus 2 into x minus 2. Now we will see how to simplify this. So in RHS, what we are seeing as x plus 2 into x minus 2. This looks as if it is a plus b into a minus b. So now let us see what the formula is. So a plus b into a minus b is a square minus b square, wherein in place of a there is x and in place of b there is 2. So now how to simplify this? In earlier problem we had simplified LHS separately and RHS separately. Now we will simplify both together. Now let us see how to simplify that. So if you open the bracket for the LHS, that is x into x is x square, x into 1 is x plus 8 as it is. So these two terms I have obtained by opening the bracket for the first term x into x plus 1 is equal to, on RHS side we see that it is looking like a plus b into a minus b as we discussed just now. So this is a square minus b square, that is x square minus 2 square. Why x square minus 2 square? Because wherever there is a in the formula, so that is this is looking like a plus b into a minus b. So I'll just write down here, this is looking like x plus 2 into x minus 2. That is why we have to take a as x and b as 2. So wherever in RHS we have a, we have to substitute by x, that's what I've done, and wherever there is b, we have to substitute by 2, that is 2 square. So now let us see how to simplify this further. So keeping LHS as it is, because there are no like terms to get added or subtracted in the LHS, that is x square plus x plus 8 as it is, and we see that x square also cannot be simplified further, so x square as it is, and 2 square would become 4. Now we see that there is a x square term on LHS and x square term on RHS, so we can cancel these two terms. If you cancel, then what happens? Only in LHS x plus 8 is left, that is what I have here, and also in RHS only minus 4 is left, that is what I have. So in order to simplify this further, we can transpose this minus 4 to LHS, that is it would become x plus 8 as it is, plus minus 4 would become plus 4 upon transpose. So x plus 8 plus 12. So we see that 4 and 8 are like terms, that is they are numbers. So if you add this, then it would become x plus 12 is equal to 0. So how did we get this 12? 8 plus 4 is equal to 12. So this is the final equation, what like similar to what the equation what we had got. But here we see that there is no x square term in the equation. So there are only two terms, that is x plus 12 is equal to 0. So since this is not of the form ax square plus bx plus c, that is it is not in the general or a standard form of quadratic equation, that is why this equation cannot be considered as a quadratic equation, that is it is not a quadratic equation. Now let us move to problem number 3. The problem number 3 is x into 2x plus 3 is equal to x square plus 1. Now we will see how to simplify this. In the previous problem, we had applied a formula a plus b into a minus b, but here we see that there is no formula to be applied. So let us take both LHS as well as RHS together, that is, and simplify both at a time. So how to simplify? If you multiply x in order to open bracket, that is 2x plus 3 is within bracket, in order to open this and simplify further, so what we have to do, x into 2x is 2x square, x into 3 is 3x is equal to x square plus 1. So now we see that similar to what we had seen in the problem number 2, wherein there was x square on both sides. So in order to simplify this further, in that particular problem we had cancelled, but here we cannot cancel because this is 2 times x square and this is 1 time x square. You cannot cancel them just like that because the coefficients are different. Now how to simplify? Take entire RHS what is there towards the LHS. So if you take towards the LHS, then what happens? 2x square plus 3x would remain as it is, the same two terms, whereas from RHS we are transposing the two terms, that is plus x square would become minus x square and plus 1 on transpose would become minus 1. That is why we are having minus x square and minus 1. Now how to simplify? Now we have like terms here, x square term and x square term. Let us simplify the like terms, that is 2x square minus x square is a x square term, plus 3x as it is minus 1. Now we see that this particular equation, what we have got, it is in the form of the standard form, that is ax square plus bx plus c. That is why we can call this as a quadratic equation. Since this equation is having highest exponent of x as 2, that is why this is quadratic equation. Now let us see the fourth problem. Now in fourth problem is x plus 2 whole cube is equal to x cube minus 4. So how to simplify this? We see that in LHS there is x plus 2 whole cube. It is looking as if it is a plus b whole cube. So a plus b whole cube, there is a formula which is a plus b whole cube is equal to a cube plus b cube plus 3ab into a plus b. So wherever there is a, there is x. So wherever there is a in the formula, we will have to now substitute as x, and wherever there is b in the formula, we have to substitute as 2. So why would we do something like this is because in the expression that we want to simplify, x plus 2 whole cube which is available, so we feel as if it is similar to a plus b whole cube. So because it is similar to a plus b whole cube, in order to simplify and open the brackets, what we have to do is we will have to use this formula. To use the formula, wherever there is a in the formula, so it is equivalent to x in the problem. Now let us see how to simplify this. So here a plus b whole cube, I have applied formula for x plus 2 whole cube, wherein the first term is a cube plus b cube plus 3a into b into a plus b. So whatever is in the formula is what I have applied there, is equal to RHS as it is now. Now what do we see? We see that there is a x cube term here in the LHS and x cube term in the RHS also, which means these two can be cancelled because the coefficient of both the terms are 1. So here it is 1x cube and 1x cube. It is something similar to 1 apple and 1 apple. So now what happens? If you cancel the x cube term, then we are left with, so these two terms have got cancelled. Then 2 cube is 8 plus 3 into x into 2 is 3 2s is 6 multiplied by x is 6x into x plus 2 is equal to minus 4. So now in order to simplify further, we will have to open the brackets. So if you open the bracket, then what happens? 8 into 6x square plus 12x is equal to minus 4 is what we are getting. So then what happens? We will have to simplify it further by taking the minus 4 from RHS towards the LHS. So how to simplify this? First, always write the term with the highest exponent of x, that is in this case it is 6x square followed by 12x, and then minus 4 upon transpose it is becoming plus 4. Now let us see what happens. Or upon simplification, that's why I have written 6x square is becoming the first term, followed by the second term is 12x, and then this 8 as it is minus 4 upon transpose to LHS would become plus 4. So that is why we see that here there is a fourth term called as plus 4. Now how to simplify? The number 8 and number 4 are actually like terms, so which will get added in the next step, that is 6x square as it is, 12x as it is. There are no like terms to add or subtract for these two terms, whereas these two 8 and 4 have got simplified and they've got added to become 12. Now we see that in all the terms there is a common factor by number 6. 6x square plus 12x plus 12 is equal to 0. Now if you take common, then from first term, if you take common 6 out of 6x square, only x square is left, and out of 12x if you're taking 6 common, then 2x is left. Similarly, from 12 if you're taking 6 common, 2 is left. Now we see that there is 6 common and in RHS there is 2. So let us divide both LHS and RHS by number 6. So why are we dividing by 6? Because there is a common factor which we want to get rid of. Now if you divide both LHS and RHS by number 6, what happens? This 6 here in the numerator and in denominator on LHS is getting cancelled. And on RHS, what do we see? 0 by 6 is actually 0 only. So what happens? we have simplified the equation to get x square plus 2x plus 2 is equal to 0. So this is now again looking like ax square plus bx plus c equal to 0. Since it is looking like ax square plus bx plus c is equal to 0, so what happens now? It is a quadratic equation. Thank you.